Are you ready to stop wasting time in your photography business or building your photography business? I hope so, because today we're going to talk about the real buyers of your photography revealed.
Welcome to Capture and Connect. Insight, challenges, and proven strategies to help you take your passion for photography and turn it into an income-generating business. And now here's your host, Janice Sullivan.
Hi, if you're a newbie, my name's Janice Sullivan. I am a professional photographer who licensed my photographs to businesses, and I'm here to help you build your dream business. Those of you that are not new, welcome. Welcome back to Capture and Connect. I'm so happy you're here. You know that from my heart, I love hanging out with you guys. That's why I'm in the chat. So this is semi-live, and I'm here every single Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Today, I'm going to talk about something that's going to sting some of you guys. Some of you are going to be like, I do that. And I used to do it. When I first started my photography journey, trying to get myself out there, I did what I'm going to ask you not to do today because you're wasting time, and time is money. And we don't want you to waste time. We want you to focus. Okay, here's my big tip. I want you to stop selling your photography to other photographers. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this is because I've been hanging out on some group areas in a variety of social places. And I continually see photographers trying to sell to me prints. And we need to talk about this because you're in the wrong spot. But I will say right now, if you are a photographer, let's just get straight to the point. If you are a photographer that does sell to photographers, like people who do workshops, people that sell tools and different things that photographers may want to use, like presets, then yes, you should be in those spaces and hanging out with photographers. I want to give you all these tips. People always say to me, I don't know where my clients are. Well, I'm going to share with you where they're at today. And if you're still not hitting your clients, then you need to listen to this podcast because I have talked about continually hitting the mark and working on special words to get people to notice you in special ways on this podcast. And in YouTube, I have a playlist for Capture and Connect. You can find it easily. I'm over in Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. So you can listen to those to get those tips on actually if you're not hitting the mark, because you should be after today. You should know where your people are. So we're going to talk about that. All right. So I'm going to do something different. I like to test things out for this podcast. I want to make segments as if I was in the actual podcast. That's what I'm learning. You should do segments. So I'm going to do that for you right now. So this segment is about the cost of marketing to the wrong people. Oh boy, it's a huge cost for sure. So let me ask you, and you can put in the comments or in the chat, how many times have you posted your latest photo on a Facebook group full of other photographers, hoping that someone would say, wow, I'm going to buy that? Well, we all do it, hands up. At first, it feels natural. It really does in the beginning. It feels natural to do this. We're part of communities. We want feedback. We're like, hey, if another photographer likes it, that means it must be good, right? Here's the truth. I'm giving you the truth because I've had years in my photography business. Yes, I started my photography business way back in the days. The truth is, and I had to learn it, photographers are not your buyers. They are your peers, your clients. Again, I'll say again, unless you share workshops or tools for photographers for them to use. You see, what happens is we end up chasing likes and validation, but no one is reaching for their wallet. This is something called, like you feel like an imposter before you go out to sell. You need that validation. I'm giving you validation right now because what happens is you'll feel defeated because nobody's buying because these are photographers that will not buy from you. And if you get a sale, kudos to you. It'll be far and few, but hey, that's pretty awesome if a photographer buys from you. But that's really rare. Segment 2, what do you do instead? I know for myself, I was not taught on business skills. So I had to learn them. I've paid a lot of money on coaching to help my business. I mean, I did a lot of testing on my own in the beginning. And once I realized who my clients were, I started really focusing on the business side. I know myself, and I was in college. And some colleges, I guess, may have taught you if you were doing back in the days, I forget the name of the college, but they really focused on the commercial aspect. So I'm sure they helped their photographers. I'm hoping they did understand how to find their clients. But as a artist, I got art with the emphasis in photography. They didn't even teach you. They just wanted you to go to galleries. Well, no, galleries get 50%. And once the internet came, we could do this ourselves. So we were never taught actually who our buyers are for our photography work. So what did we do? We defaulted to the people that were around us. And most often, yes, that's other photographers. But I want you to think about this. Do you buy prints? You yourself buy prints from other photographers in your photo group every month if you hang out there? Probably not. You're busy trying to sell yourself. You're busy trying to sell your own work, right? So if photographers aren't buying, who is? Let me give you some real tangible areas. And I'm going to give you a variety because some of you here from Passion to Profit think in your mind what you want to do. What do you love? Don't think about the money right now. What do you love? The money will come. You have to focus. Okay. Focus on what you love. And if you don't know, then test things out, test the waters out. That's how I knew that I didn't want to make prints. I did buy a printer and I did try to sell with prints. And I was like, oh no, that's not for me, but you may love it. So think about this as I'm talking in segment 3. Okay, segment 3. Who are the real people who buy photography and where to find them? That's what we're going to dive in right now. These are just a few audiences to get you started, to focus. I've already went through all that. We'll go through some of the ones that I really truly love, obviously, but you could go beyond this for sure. An entrepreneur has ideas in their minds and really wants to just push those ideas out, but are a little nervous. So that's what we're here for. We're going to get the nerves away and get you started. Okay. Interior designers, they're always looking for high quality, ready to frame prints or downloadable art to complete a space, right? Where do you find them? This is what I love to do. So I first started here before I started getting into the hospitality because my husband and I both love events on homes, maybe a local design event or home shows. When you're on Instagram, you tag interior designer. I know sometimes it seems so basic, but so many people give up. So let me just push this through and hope this really focuses in your mind to do this. They're in Pinterest. So follow, comment, and start conversations. Also, for me, I had my website, I had my blog. I asked them when the interior designers were hitting me up, how'd you find me? Google. So get those Google words in. Again, I just did a podcast on that. Okay, number 2, let's do healing professionals because a lot of us in the nature landscape, macro fields, we love nature and nature really is drawn to us humans and it helps us. So check out therapists, chiropractors, wellness coaches, acupuncture people. All of them need calming visuals in their spaces. So, where do you find them? Well, you can look at local wellness directories to connect with them, holistic expos, and health fairs. Oh my gosh, I see those all over the place. So, check those out. And what I did was hang out on LinkedIn, especially in the groups. Now, there's Instagram. You can direct message them and get to know them. They are out there. Okay. This is where you connect with them. So, number 3 is business owners and coaches. Yeah, you would be surprised, but look, listen, they need unique imagery for their brands, for their websites, retreats that they do, online content that they use. Think about that. Now, maybe some of you don't realize this. I had a client that she wanted to do flat lays And if you don't know what that is photographers doing like a bunch of fun little things. So you put like flowers and different things that you know your customers would like, and you just put your camera on top and you photograph straight above it. And it's called a flat lay. So I just want to throw that in. Where do you find them? Join small business networking groups on Facebook. Attend co working space events or business meetups. They have these things now that COVID's over. Check it out. Go walk around. You get to know these people. It's so cool. Now, if you're in a rural area, because I know some of my people are saying, well, I'm not in a big city like you were, Janice. That's okay. Because guess what? There's social media, right? Engage on Instagram or LinkedIn with life coaches and healers. Go find them. They're there. Okay, number 4. Let's just throw this one. I love this. Boutique hotels and spas. Oh, yeah. I love spas and I love hotels. So, of course, I'm going to put this in, right? They often source local or nature based photography for lobbies, guest rooms, or website branding, and even more. You'd be surprised. Where do you find them? I know somebody, her name is like my name. You asked me, how do I find them? If you're listening to this podcast, email or visit boutique and hotels, ask to speak with the general manager. Look on their websites to see what art they're currently using. And then what you do is you network with these people, these businesses. You'll find out who's the one making these decisions. Work with local tourism boards. They're there. Look for people that do design in that space. Oh my gosh, you'll have so much fun. Again, I loved LinkedIn, but you could do it on Instagram too. These people are there. So, number 5, let's talk about this: art lovers and decor shoppers. Some people just want beautiful pieces that moves them. These are your collectors. Where do you find them? Art fairs, local markets, and pop up events. Now, you may love to do that when you're physically there, right? When you're in the physical space. What if you're not in, what if you're in a rural area again? Well, website with search engine optimization for decor and gifts is your keywords. That's just the basic ones. You will put more keywords in your website to track people. Or I will say Etsy. And with my people that are in CC Biz Method, I teach them how to rock Etsy. There's a certain way to do it. I can't even do this in a podcast because you have a lot of competition there. But I teach you how to get there. If you want to do it on your own, you could do some research on the Etsy people. But I'm telling you right now, that is a tough area. And another thing that you should do here in this space is join art organizations and juried shows. This gets your work out there. I was in an organization in California. I went there a little bit, honestly. I realized it wasn't my space, but I tried it out. It may be your space. Try it out. And I know that a lot of you are in photography organizations. That's great, but remember, these are your peers. If you want to get into art organizations, what they do is they have art shows, and that's where you're going to sell your work. But you network with these people. And if you love that, you will have so much fun. Okay, next segment. This is segment 4. And it's huge because I like to talk about this. I'm really focused on mindset shifts. And I feel like the only way that us entrepreneurs, and especially in the art field and photography field, our creation, passion to profit, you got to have a mind shift because otherwise you will not do this. Mind shift is / stop playing small. So, what do I mean by this? It's pretty big. You've got to stop chasing approval from peers and start positioning yourself in front of the people who will love and invest in your work. Should I say it again? Should you put this as a replay? Because I hear so many photographers, my clients included, well, I just want to do PPA or the Canadian one. It's Professional Photographies of America. They want to get like established by them. And I get it because I did go to college. I understand your feelings. But if you're getting hits and people like your work already, you do not need to keep doing this. Okay. If you really need to understand that photographers are not they're not your clients. They'll rip you up and you feel horrible. I had so many people tell me so much crap and my professors taught us the awesome. So I'm like, I'm not listening to you because I went to school. They didn't know that because I never said, hey, I went to da da da. They just saw me put a piece up and I started trying to help photographers out. And I'd have gurus trying to tell, well, not gurus. They're not gurus if they're sitting there knocking you down saying, you shouldn't do this way. Well, I learned from somebody that's high up and I didn't want to sit there and brag, but I'm telling you right now, they will knock you down. Please don't listen to them, okay? This is about getting clear on the transformation that your art offers. They don't care if you've won awards, if you went to college, they don't care about anything that you've done. They care about how you make them feel. Does your work help people feel peace? Does it transport them into the wilderness they miss? Does it bring beauty into a space that feels cold and sterile? That is what buyers care about, not what lens you use. I promise. I laugh because I know of the pain. I've done it before. I did it. I would say stuff like, oh, yeah, this brand new lens. And finally, I was like, forget that stuff. They don't even care. What a waste of time I did. And I don't want you to waste time. With that, we're going to go to segment 5. Your next step. Let's find your people. So if you're tired of shouting into a void and hoping something clicks, it's time to take the next step. And yes, I put in a free guide just for you called How to Find Your Images That Sell. It's full of insights to help you identify your best selling work and connect with the right audience. Plus, I give you a bonus of how to put a portfolio together so they're not bored of what you're presenting to people, to your tribe, to the people that will pay for your work. I learned this in college. It's good stuff. So check that out. You can grab it right now. The link is in the show notes. And if this episode hits home to you, hit the like button and follow this podcast. Thanks so much for listening to Capture and Connect. And remember, your work deserves to be seen and valued, not just by your peers, but by the people whose lives it can truly touch. Talk soon. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, we're going to do a giveaway in my email list. I'm going to start doing that because it's hard to do giveaways when this isn't live. If you're not on my email list and you grab the Find Your Clients, you'll be on my email list, only for my email list. Yeah, I'm excited. So join the email list. All right, now I'm going to say bye.